All right, welcome to another video of the Target Individual Program, the Target Individual Experience. So what you see here is a post that I just made the post on Facebook. It's an article from the website Scholars, right? National Association of Scholars. And the title is, over here, where did we get the idea that only white people can be racist? Right? And this is a website that is for the National Association of Scholars. And in this article, right, they're saying that it is a good thing that we have the uh, concept of race, which we know is it's a different races, particularly within the human uh, genome, which we know is not true, right? There's only one race. You are of different ethnicity, you are of different color, but you're not of different race. And so who created the classification of race but white people, right? So-called white people. Okay, I should say the Europeans, because they never considered themselves as being white at the time. White came about because of Bacon Rebellion, okay, where you had poor white and poor black indentured servants, and this was before slavery. And because of Bacon Rebellion, okay, European Americans, the wealthy landowners, decided that they were going to devise uh, uh, the idea of calling Europeans white. The Africans have always been black. We have identified ourselves as black in ancient time. Okay? So, again, but they killed the concept of the white race. Right? Now, in terms of the differences between ethnic group and people of color, that is European racism, based off of European race, based off of these scholars, these so-called archaeologists, these so-called Egyptologists, these so-called highly educated European males at the time. Okay, so the reason why I'm doing this because, again, it always comes down to my Social Security benefits and them trying to devise plan and ways to deny me of my Social Security benefits, right? So you see here, I actually was typing this, and you see underline the word benefit. So fix the agreed mistake. When I clicked on here, you see that red line? That red line was on the word benefit right here. Okay, you see where? Okay, let me do this. See where the cursor at? Right there. Now, this is Grammarly, and I've used it all the time, and I've never seen that except for today while I was typing this. So just to show you how they they're expert at these things. So we might talk about how CIA and the culture war. Well, those within the security agencies have embedded their agents, though they may not work for the CIA in an official capacity, or for the FBI official capacity, or for the NSA official capacity, but unofficially, they come from those organizations, right? Or they are affiliated with these organizations, but you would never know. So this is what I say when I talk about the United States accusing China and the Chinese state of being in uh, a partnership with Chinese companies. But the U.S. does the same thing. And you see, when you speak the truth about these things, they don't like that. These, again, we talk about races. These are racist people, okay, who have been feeding us lies, right? And because they have the majority of us, TIs also, but as well as European people, highly religious, believing in this religious BS. Okay, and they have been plotting a silent takeover using technology, using uh, liberals, conservatives, okay? And again, because I can see these things and recognize these things and understand these things, and because I reject their offers, okay, this is what they're doing. Though they have tried to set me up in order to control me and silence me, did not work. And so they continue to do these things. And this is why I have to uh, document these things and speak about these things. And now they make it a spin and sound. This is what they always go back to. This is what they always go back to. They try to use fear. They try to use the threat of being arrested, of being killed, or what have you. All right, the threat of having my disability benefits taken away from me. Like I said, go ahead, do it. Because for me, the truth is more silence. I'm sorry, the truth is more important than your lies. Okay? See, they don't want this world to change for the better because remember, the people on top are always the ones controlling things. Both sides. They're on the opposition. Okay? So whether you have an organization that are fighting for civil rights of people, they have people within there. Matter of fact, it could be the leader of that organization. Right? So when you take a critical look and you use your mind and you think critically and you say, why these groups, these so-called civil rights groups today, why are they not doing anything more substantial? Understand how their mind works and what they do. Infiltrating organizations, infiltrating uh, uh, institutions of whether it be higher learning, financial, or what have you. Whether it be in the hospital, religion is a tool that they use, and the believers of religion are their foot soldiers who are being deceived because of that belief in religion, which is based off lie. For those of us, particularly within the uh, black community, or I should say, a community which us black people live, along with our Negro European brothers and sisters, they have to keep us in a position where we are ineffective. So that means that they have to manipulate you, set you up, try to control you, using all sorts of tactics. And if you see, this is why particularly us in the conscious community, so-called conscious community, which to me is not really conscious because they don't talk about technology that was developed to control us. They're not talking about these things. It's all about the history. Yes, we know the history. Yeah. Yes, we know our true history. But let's talk about the sciences. That's part of our history too. Okay? And they give each other self praises and what have you, and they praise each other. I don't care about those things. I'll give you your respect because respect is due, right? And you deserve the respect. But let's talk about the sciences. Let's talk about the psychological manipulation. Go deep into it. Let's talk about how our black celebrities are conditioned through operant conditioning, right? In a system of reward and punishment under this white supremacy society and this white supremacist, this white racist country. Because it is. I may love America, you may love America. But America has good and bad, right? And particularly those that are in power. The vast majority of them, racist. The vast majority of them, bigoted. The vast majority of them have the dark triad personality. We have psychopaths and sociopaths running our country. And we don't want to talk about that. Right? So again, they try to silence me by doing stuff like this, right? Hacking into these programs and able to do these things that they do. I understand because I know these individuals that a lot of them that also create these programs. You don't think our government is not creating codes within these programs for spying also? Same thing China is doing. Same thing they accuse China of. Always remember, the United States did it first. When it comes to the Nazi ideology of eugenics came out of the United States. Okay? So let's not make excuses for to say, "Oh, America is not this." America exactly is like North Korea. America is we just live under the illusion of freedom. Okay? Because if they can, if Facebook, which is a private, supposed to be a private owned company, could run psychological experiment on its users, and who knows what happened to any user in Facebook who have been negatively impacted by Facebook running these psychological experiments. But Facebook has not been held accountable. No one at Facebook has not been held accountable. So where have we seen this before? We've seen it within the US government, its security agency, the CIA, running psychological experiments and drug experiments on people here in the United States. And not one of these individuals who've done this have been held accountable. They just shifted to private corporations in which they have ex-employees who are still working for these security agencies, though unofficially, so that the CIA won't get the blame because it makes them look bad, not just in the eyes of voters, but also the eyes of other countries. So they just find ways to shift things around so that they're not held accountable. And even the private corporation, the educational higher learning, right? The universities who participate in these things also, those they're not held accountable. But they got you Negropeans and you simple-minded, and I say simple-minded, not respectfully, okay? And you can take it as an insult. And hopefully taking it as an insult will make you think, right? And say, hey, let me go research some of these things. Okay? And you'll see. So, you want to take away my disability? Fine. Do it. I'm not fighting with you. I'm not going to argue with you because I know the truth. And like as Dr. John Henry Clark says, okay, I don't argue with people who are not on my level. And when I say level, meaning my understanding, my knowledge. Okay? So unless you know the truth, unless you understand the truth, I'm not going to argue with you. It would be a waste of time. Talk to you guys in the next video.